Good morning. Well, I know I didn't make a closing video last night, but the reason is that I came and I camped down here at this particular spot that is characterized by this water spigot that you can see here. And as a consequence, we probably have about 20 tents in the area here, aggregated, having come off the mountain today. And so I just, there were so many people around, I just didn't want to disrupt things by speaking out loud. I literally had people sitting right outside of my tent. And so, but I got a pretty decent sleep last night, and yesterday was a very rough day. My knee didn't do real well on that long descent, and so I really kind of struggled getting in last night. And so, in fact, so much that I thought, you know, it's a little swollen this morning. I'm going to go into Cabazon and take a, quote, Nero. That means I'll have about a 4-mile hike to the place where I can get picked up and taken into Cabazon, do a resupply, and hopefully stay at a Trail Angel's place named Nitzy, who kind of famously provides access to her place and shower and laundry and et cetera, and helps get you to and from the resupply shops and to the In-N-Out burger place. And so that's the plan today. I'm going to just really kind of take it easy. I'm not in dire straits, but I can just see that this is one of those things where if I continue to push it and push it hard, I'm not sure it'll be sustainable. So I'm backing off the throttle a little bit and allowing these old bones a chance to rest and recoup. And you know, this terrain is pretty tough. I'm gonna switch this around and kind of show you. So here's what we have at the trailhead, and I think it says it all, that the trail may be closed or blocked by debris. Potential hazards include falling rock, trees, limbs, debris slides, and tread loss. Stay on the trail. So that's easier said than done in many cases. The trail is almost undefinable at parts. Very much overgrown with vegetation, makes it very hard to use the trekking poles, which is a real liability when we're on a downhill portion. This is where we came down from, and well, the clouds just moved in over here, so they blocked the San Gabriels, or San, I don't know how to say it. But I'm kind of heading in this general direction down towards Interstate 10. There's an underpass there, so usually there's trail magic there, including some additional water. And I'll try to call and get a Trail Angel ride from there into town. So that's the plan, and may not be a lot of video to shoot. You can see it's pretty featureless down here in this valley. But I'll check with you this evening. Well, I wanted to give you some kind of idea as to the winds that I'm confronting this morning. I mean, these are like blowing up. So I'm kind of shielding the microphone from the wind, so hopefully you can hear some of this. It's really blowing. Those windmills are catching a lot of energy. Okay, well, this is the wrap-up video for this Nero day. I am now in Banning, California, at in a motel room, obviously. When I contacted the Trail Angel, she had conflicts that prevented her doing her normal routine, which is providing a host environment for hikers, and so she had recommended a motel in Banning, and that's where I ended up. And so kind of a slow day, just a 4-mile hike, but it was a astonishing hike in that the winds came up, and oh my goodness, they were such that they could easily blow you over. I mean, if you just lean into them and walk into the wind, it was like climbing uphill. And since it was at the desert floor, there was loose sand, and so the sand was up, and you're just getting sandblasted continually. I had my bandana up over my nose and mouth, and still it was just stinging your skin wherever it would touch. I mean, really, really miserable trying to walk into this stuff. And it seemed to be just getting worse and worse as we arrived. And when we got to the underpass, they call it the I-10 Oasis. That's a place where trail angels maintain some regular trail magic, and there's a registry to sign in, and from there I was able to get an Uber to take us into Cabazon, and I Ubered in with 3 German hikers, and they took us to In-N-Out Burger, where we all indulged in a burger. And I was a little disappointed. Actually, everybody has made this In-N-Out Burger to be some sort of superior hamburger, and it was not that, in my view. I mean, I've certainly had a lot better burgers. I think Whataburger is a better burger than the In-N-Out Burger. But at any rate, had the burger, and as I did, it started getting colder and colder outside. The wind was picking up. There was news that the weather forecast was not really looking too good for the next few days. And so I quickly worked to try and arrange my motel room, did that, got another Uber to take me to Banning, and here I am. So when I got here, I had a chance to see my knee as I'm standing on it in the mirror, and I'm like, whoo, it's really swollen. And I could certainly feel it yesterday. I mean, it had really become a limiting feature as to how quickly I could walk and how much difficulty I experienced trying to navigate the, at times, technical trail. And it was a problem. And so I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed here. And so my plan at this point is to give the knee another chance. I'm gonna go ahead and rest today, and since the weather forecast looks a little threatening, I'm gonna go ahead and probably rest here today and tomorrow, and take off the next day to try to push through to Big Bear. And that'll be kind of my test case. I mean, if it turns out that the knee is going to be repeatedly limiting, that I'm not going to be able to tolerate descending trails, of which there are many, then at some point, yeah, I have to just get a grip on reality and say, you know what, this may not be something that I can reasonably do without damaging myself. And so, I don't know. My sense is that I want to give it another try, give it a chance, see if I can work it through and see some daylight on the other side. But if not, I'm realizing that there's an aspect of this that may turn out to be futile. And so I will see. My default is not to assume that. My default is to assume otherwise, but give it enough space that I think I at least have a swinging shot at it. So that's it. Otherwise, I feel pretty good. My feet are beat up. Toenails are black on my right foot for reasons that I'm not really quite sure I understand. My left foot looks fine. My left knee looks fine. My right knee looks like a balloon. And so I think I have to be honest, I'm just disappointed. But regardless of which, I'm going to have to put on my big boy pants and make some decisions here. If it seems that I'm just not really able to withstand the rigors of what's involved in trying to hike this trail. So that's it. I'm otherwise fine. I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of deeply disappointed. But I feel like I'm trying to give it my all, and it's at least starting to signal that my all may not be enough. So I'm gonna rest it, elevate it, pray about it, and make some decisions moving forward. And I'll let you know. Probably, tomorrow's going to be a nothing day. I'm just going to be sitting here with my leg up the wall. Go maybe get a little something to eat. I'm not going to really do much around town. My purpose is to just elevate and rest and see if I can get on top of this so that I can carry on in a reasonable way. So, good evening, and I'm hoping to have better news next time we go.